Well, hi guys. On this lovely hot June 22nd, Monday day, I've been getting a lot of little things done today. It rained last night. We got chances of it this afternoon. One of the projects today was tighten up all the springs on this drill. I discovered back in the field a little yellow line down the field where the center disc was riding on top of the ground because the spring was weak. So I went through and checked them all and reset them tighter. That was one job. It's always fun when it's about 90 degrees. Next job was this. Clean the moldboards up and get some good heavy coat of primer on them. So don't have to worry about them rusting up, and next time I go to use them, they'll be ready to rock and roll real quick. Did a bit of barn rearranging. Fired the long here up, turned it around. I had an issue with it. That had to be fixed. Get them out of the dash. Pop cigars. Now, on the long, there's a crankcase breather. Well, it's not really a breather. I made one for it because it would slobber oil out the dipstick. So I made a fitting to go for here, run it up over, and this had an oil bath air cleaner in it. I replaced it with a Donaldson dry air filter. Well, it had a tube that ran from the filter box right here. No, this was a plug. Take that back. The other side had a tube that come off the block and ran up to the top of the air cleaner. Well, I deleted all that. I took this plug out, put a pipe elbow in it, and I'd run a hose over it. Well, the problem is when you use heater hose, because you can't buy the good hose anymore, it got real soft. And right up here, it actually collapsed it. So I went rooting around my junk pile and found a piece of 1/2-inch tubing and bent it to go over that. Screwed that street L onto it. Now I got a short piece of hose and a short piece of hose about that long on that side to worry about. If this gets soft, it's easy enough to change it. But now it has positive crankcase ventilation, and it doesn't slobber oil out of the dipstick like it was doing over here. It was bubbling up and running down. Really didn't know that hose was that bad, but it was super bad, super soft. and it had flattened out where I made the loop. Let's see, where is it? Yes, 3/4 inch water hose, and right here it had gone over and it was doing that. And there's just enough suction off that intake that sucked it down solid, hard, and wouldn't let the crankcase breathe. So I replaced it with steel line up here, and now it works just fine. Rearranged in here. Got the 1850 turned around. I've pretty much come to the conclusion it's one of two things, or both. The injector pump needs to be rebuilt because all the injectors are new. They're set to factory specs, and it sputters, spits, misses. The entire fuel system from right here on around to the tank, I know is 100% right. And it's not a fuel supply issue or well, it's just not fuel to this point. Here, yes, it could be, even in this governor assembly. But I think the problem it has now is right in here in this shaft. If it does, it's got slop in the gears and it's got in play in the shaft. And what I think has happened, may have happened, there's enough play and enough slop and everything that the steel gear on the bottom of the injector pump here that runs off this brass worm gear, I think the steel got into the brass and started cutting into it. The day I brought it in and shut it off, you couldn't move this. And I got a pair of pliers on it and just kind of went back and forth and got a crunch. So I won't know positively until I take it apart, which I'm going to do, and I may even pull the head off. But bad part is you cannot get any of this in here. The bushings, the gears, the shaft, nothing. It's not available. I do know where there is a motor I can get parts out of, and it may be what I have to do. I don't know yet. I don't know. I won't know until I get into it. But if there's a brass thrust washer or brass bushings in here that are bad, I can get them made by my cousin. He can make them. We've already had a talk about it. But right now is not the time to tear into it, do anything with it. That's going to have to come out, and it's pretty much ready to go right now, other than setting the concave, closing it up, and speeding the cylinder up. So 1850, the 1550 there, all this stuff has to go out of here. Combine goes out. I don't know what head I'm going to use yet, whether it's the 213 or the quick attach behind the barn. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, so that's yet to be seen. But she should be ready to go as far as I know. I've been doing a lot of work to it. Oil change and filter. Oh yeah, you'll like this. This is the oil filter that was in the 4400. How long has it been since John Deere had white filters with green paint on them? And how long has one got to be on there to start rusting? That one was just about as bad as the 1850 there. And you can see, well, the style of print, color of it. That's 1970s filter. That may be a low hour machine, but it's definitely showing signs of neglect, just like the 1850 did. We brought it home. I could hear the transmission and final drives singing, and when I got it home, when I put the rice tires on it, I think it was 2.5 or 3.5 gallon of 80/90 weight went into the final drives and the transmission. Just because something's low hour don't mean it was taken care of. So I still haven't figured out. Been asking around everybody if they've ever needed this, or if it's something. I've been told this is a kit from John Deere. I've been told a lot of different things. I don't know why that would be on there unless that back collar was just that bad and that axle was that loose. Or if it's, I don't know. You know, it wasn't a one owner machine, and the owner took it back to John Deere for service. Wasn't last year, it was the year before. So, who knows? You know, I have no clue. But the old girl is pretty much ready to go. And I've just got to get things moved around and get stuff put away, and you know how it goes. 6 million things to do and never enough time to do them. Best tractor ever, right there. We'll see you next time, guys. I'm going to call it a day. I got a couple phone calls to make, and I'm going to go home and get in the AC. It's been hot and sticky today. Oh, I've worked on this, worked on that, worked on the drill, worked on the combine. I've had a busy day. Yeah. Been one of those days. It's a Monday. What can you expect? Oh, yeah. That's leaving. So, we'll see you next time, guys. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit that like button and ring that bell for notifications. And we'll see you next time, guys.